Hey guys, it's me, Carrie. Happy Valentine's Day, if that's a thing for you. And if it's not, happy Wednesday. Today I have an amazing package of goodies that I received to review from the fabulous company Calmstrips. You might have seen I did a video, I think it was in 2022, where they had sent me some items to give my review and impressions of, and they were all raves. These products are fantastic. The idea behind Calmstrips, and I'm going to read it from the back of this promo card they gave me, because they can word it better than I can, I'm sure. What are Calmstrips? Calmstrips might look like any other sticker, but they are actually the first of their kind reusable textured sensory stickers. They're a simple and convenient tool, sorry, I can't see with my glasses, for anxiety, stress, fidgeting, ADHD, ASD, and BFRB. How are they used? Peel and stick Calmstrips to almost any flat, less textured surface. Touch, scratch, or pick at the top layer to help regulate restless energy and increase focus. And here is the back of this card if you guys want to pause. I hope that's close enough that you can check it out and read the info. And again, here's the front. So I'm really super stoked about this because I actually requested the opportunity to review this item for you when I saw it come up on the page, because I figured it was something that so many of you guys, you know, who connect with me on a level of mental illness would really be interested in. And you may not have caught my initial Calmstrips review because that was a couple of years back. But anyway, so here are the items I received. First up is this amazing necklace. Now, from what I read, this is not a new product, but it's a product that was very recently restocked and incredibly popular. So I am going to open this up and show you what this is. I thought this was an absolutely genius idea. So you get this really pretty necklace, silver toned. And on the back, they said there's a little Calmstrips logo, which if you look way at the bottom, I hope you guys can see. But the idea of this necklace, as pretty as it is like this, is that you put your Calmstrips over the top, and they are removable and reusable. So they sent along this accompanying batch of Calmstrips. Here you can read that. Go easy on yourself. Whatever you do today, let it be enough. I like that. That is very cool. I don't know if that is actually a strip or if that's just a card. Let's see. Yeah, that's just a card, but I really like that. That's very cool. Oh, I like it. And oh, there's stuff on the back here. Ooh. You could win some Calmstrips. So I'm gonna post this, hopefully where you guys can read it. Let me see, can I get closer? I hope you can read this. Just pause and get the info. But you could potentially win some Calmstrips. How freaking cool is that? But this pack, from what I saw online, comes with 8 different stickers. And it appears that I am right about that. I'm going to show you them. And they have different textures. Let me see if I can gather them into the different textures, because they're just different things that feel more comforting to people, you know, than others. And I love that they put so much care and thought and research into their products that they find textures that are soothing to a large group of people. So anyway, I wish I was educated enough to know the names of the textures. I will do research if I am so fortunate to ever work with Calmstrips again. But this is the first texture, and it comes in these 2 designs. This one looks like kind of like a lollipop to me. Sorry if this light is bad. It was a huge blizzard yesterday morning. There was a huge blizzard. I can speak with proper grammar. There was a huge blizzard yesterday morning. And I say yesterday morning because we went to do something. I'm not going to get into what we did in this video because that's for a whole separate thing. But we went to do something in the city, and it was an absolute blizzard from like 7 o'clock in the morning when we left Long Island until we got into the city and made it to 30 Rock. There's a clue. Around 8:50, 8:55. It was pretty awful. I mean, there was a train ride in between, but there was a lot of walking. It was wacky. It was a wacky day. It would have been a good day to have my comm strips with me. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this? I was talking about a lollipop. And I started talking about what we were doing yesterday. Oh, yes, the blizzard. It's really, really snowy outside, so that's why there's so much sun coming in. Okay, sorry about that. Ooh, train derailed. But anyway, so the one that looks like a lollipop to me, a rainbow lolly, and then this really cool one of a globe, or part of a globe. And I know it's probably hard to see the textures on camera, but can you hear? It's not like scratching, you know, a flat surface. There is definite texture to it. Let me see if I get closer. Maybe this way you can see it better, I hope. But there are two of that texture. This one is a different, it almost looks like it would be Velcro, but it's not. It's much softer than Velcro. You get this really pretty rainbow swirly pattern. And then you get this one reminds me of Vans, not gonna lie, with the checkerboard pattern. My husband's a huge fan of Vans, but I like that there's colors thrown in there too. And these, here it's a totally different sound when I scratch. And I hope you get some idea of the texture on these. But there are two of that type. Then there are two that you get, this is probably my favorite pattern because I'm a hippie at heart, but you get the peace sign with the rainbow colors. And then this really cool one of like a cosmic, like galaxy sky. And this one, again, it sounds different. This one's not in a way, it's not as textured as far as like indentations go, but it's still really satisfying to scratch. As someone who suffers from depression, anxiety, borderline personality, what have you, I suffer from a lot of similar, you know, features to people with ADHD in terms of just coping mechanisms for my anxiety in particular. So I also find these incredibly helpful. They are not just for people with the disorders that I mentioned. They're good for anybody really that suffers anxiety in any way, shape, or form. I mean, a lot of schools order these great products and they distribute to students because if the students are sitting at their desk and they're picking at a sticker or they're picking at their keyring or they're picking at their necklace, they're not carving their name in the desk. They're not, you know, they don't have their mind necessarily wandering. You know, maybe they can focus a little bit better on what, you know, the classwork, you know, is. And I just think that it's such a great idea for so many people. So don't close your mind to it if you don't necessarily suffer from one of those nervous disorders. But if you do, please trust they help. They help me. And last but not least, we have this texture here with these cool patterns. Ugh, this light, sorry. It's awesome. UFO beaming down. And talk about Vans. This reminds me of Vans too. You get the red and white checkerboard pattern. And this is a smooth surface. I think it's actually called smooth if I'm not mistaken. So it really is just like scratching on a nice quality, almost matte finish, but not quite. Definitely not a glossy sticker. How that would feel if you were to scratch one. But it's still unique in its own right, you know, in terms of products that I've come across. So I love the idea that you can, like they say, you can cover up our little CommStrips logo. We won't be offended, but you put one on the front and it's like a perfect fit, and you can see just the tiniest bit of edge around there, and then put in a different one on the back if you like, or you can just switch out the ones you use if you want to use one at a time. I also love the idea, spoiler alert, I love the idea of using these on your pop sockets on your phone. I don't know if they're going to be large enough to cover a whole one, but it would definitely fit over your existing pop socket. And if it's not a three-dimensional one, and I don't mean pop socket brands, I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by them. That's just what I call them generically, like a lot of people call tissues Kleenex. They don't necessarily mean Kleenex brand tissues. I'm talking about any of those devices that you use to hang on to your phone with your back fingers, you know, and prop it up. But if you have one that's a relatively smooth surface and you want to change up the look and give yourself a little way to be stress a little bit less when you're feeling anxious, I think these would work amazingly on those devices. So that's just a carry thing. You're welcome, CommStrips. Like you guys haven't thought of that, but you haven't marketed them that way, so feel free. I love working with you guys. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to do so. I'm pretty sure the ones that are going to go on my necklace for now. Ooh, I'm not 100% sure because there's 3 I really like. You probably are not shocked to know that they're all rainbow ones. I think in terms of textures, I'm going to go with these 2. But I'm really excited to wear my necklace and to use these and to stick them on my back of phone thingies. We'll call them those from now on. But anyway, yay, yay, yay. This was so much fun. I feel so special when I get to work with companies because it doesn't happen that often. You know, let's be honest. I have, I think, around 2,600 subscribers at this point, which I'm really, really proud of. And I'm coming up on another anniversary of this channel in April. I'm pretty proud to have hit that goal, but I'm a relatively small YouTuber. I mean, I'm a tiny YouTuber probably. And the fact that a really great reputable company like CommStrips is willing to work with me and, you know, send me product to review for you guys, it just is such a leap of faith, and it really just makes me feel good and appreciated for what my content is. You know, I try to put out quality content. I don't, you know, I'm honest with you guys always, sometimes to my detriment, but that's the only way I know how to be. So anyway, I'm rambling. Kelsuprise, thank you so much for watching. Love you, CommStrips. Thank you for having faith in me again, and I will be back soon with more stuff. Bye, guys.